All right, so we got everything together here. We got our proper stuff. So we're going to be looking for the right pieces, which is going to be the flat tops. So we're going to get part A. They are also labeled in it. So we need part A, which is what we're going to be working with. I got my drill out to make my life so much easier. You can use a screwdriver, and it does come with the tools, so you don't have too much to worry about. So we are going to be looking for the exterior pieces here. So these are number 8. So if you look on the bottom, it has number 7. We're going to be looking number 7. And hopefully I am right by seeing this is number 8. Yep, so we got number 8 on the bottom. So it's got number 8 here. And we're also going to be doing these, which are number 3s. So we've got number 3s on the top and number 14s on the bottom. So let's go ahead and put these guys together. Awesome. Now, it does take a second to get rocking and rolling here, but we can go ahead and make it happen. All right, just double checking what we were working with. So you're going to put 1 through. All right. Okay. Now we're on. Just like that. So we'll be able to put that there without any issues. You can also, I like to just leave these so they're not too crazy tight. I like to just leave these however we should be. So this is up and down. Okay. So not overly tight for it. That makes it perfect. Let's go ahead and get the other side and do the same thing. Also makes it easy if you just start to pre-tighten them with your hand. And again, we're just using really low. There we go. Just like that. 3s are on top. So we're going to come to the other side. Get number 3. Start that hand tighten. All right, now what we're going to do is I'm going to fast forward to the next section. So we're going to go ahead and get the 3s all the way on. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put number 14s on the bottom of this. So you'll see here in just a moment. So we're going to pause and get. All right, so here we go. We are rocking and rolling. I will say that I did skip a step because I just didn't see it. And we're going to put these feet on the bottom of it. So those are the letters C. So let's go ahead and get in here to the feet themselves so we can get into them. Now the feet are pretty nice. They just screw onto the bottom and you're able to level it out however you want to. So that does make it easy. So again, you put on, at this point in time, you put on number 3s on the top and number 14s on the bottom. And this is going to be the middle section of the unit. So makes it simple. And we're just building the surrounding, and then in a minute we'll just kind of be putting everything together. All right, so now we have this. We're sitting up really nicely, kind of going a perfect scenario. Okay, here we go. Next piece. We're going to go with these in number 15s. So let's go ahead and see which ones these are. These are number 15s and number 7 on the outside. So let's go ahead and get this here. Okay. And we're looking for the different screws, which is going to be a B screw. So just as you know, you've progressed from A's, now you're in B's. So let's go ahead and put these guys on. Okay. And we will get it rocking and rolling. and we're gonna show it. So it's gonna end up looking like this. So it'll be good to go. All right, and we'll get back with you as we got done here in a minute. All right, so we got one side on. I'm just working on the other side, trying to get this most efficiently done. We show you guys. So some of it can be set off to the side. Remember, you do have to put the feet on here. So we're gonna make sure we drop the feet on just like that. And then once you do that, you can go ahead and hand tighten each one of these bolts to get this section on. Makes it super simple. Again, it really goes together super easy. Not having any issues with any of that. Again, you can utilize a power drill and put it on like a low tension setting if you want. And that's not over tightening anything. So we don't have anything to worry about there. And then flip it over. The other side. Everything's lining up really nicely. You know, you get a piece of furniture and not always does it line up nicely. All right, so we got this side. Just like that. Okay, so now we got this one on. Look how easy, and that seems to be holding together really good. Okay, next one is we're going to be putting on, so we need D screws, and then we need number 12. 12 and 13 board. 12 is going to be on the right side, 13 is on the left. So make sure we're showing that. So on these, it's kind of cool. They have 3 spots here that you can put on. So that makes it nice. So 12 is on the left side. You're going to drop them on top. Should fit in here nicely. Now there is a little spot here to make sure you pay attention to. That piece is going to be to the front. Okay, so we got left one, and right one is going to be number 13. Let's see what we have here. Number 13. Okay, so once you have those in, we're going to flip it up so we can put the screws in from the bottom. Remember, those are screws. On here, it's going to be screw number D. So we'll go ahead and put those in so you can see what it looks like. All right, so we have the outside pieces we're putting on, which is going to be D. So 6 and D. So we're using the D screws, and these boards are number 6. So again, we're going to nicely put them in here, just like so. So we can tighten it down. And again, working really well. Nice and easy to get these together. Without any issues. So now that we have that, we're moving to the next section, which is going to be on the middle here. So we are going to be working with board number 9. So, and board number 5. So let's see what we're working with. That's board number 4. We've got number 9, and I'm going to assume this is board number 5 to go with it. Let's see, board number 5. Here we go. So with 9 and 5, you do have some screws that come up from the bottom that we need to be worrying about. So let's make that happen and drop this in. So we're going to be placing some just like so to it. And these 2 screws are going to be E screws, and then we have D on the outside, so keep that in mind. So E for the middle, D for the outside. Let's go ahead and get that over here. So these are different heads for E, keep that in mind. And it looks like it could go on either direction, so that's fine. Pretty simple process. Dropping this in, and you're gonna see how you put it together. All right, so we got the bottom on, so we're gonna go to page 7, which is gonna be putting on the next shelf. This shelf is going to be shelf number 4, and this one has the hole in it. Why does it have a hole in it? It's because that is where you're going to be holding on to the storage, or the this is where it's going to be holding on to the actual power bank. We're going to drop this on the inside of here very carefully. I think as this stuff starts to come together, it really starts to straighten everything out. So you can see sometimes you got to be a little bit with it. So we're going to drop 2 E screws. We have E's on the outside of this one, which is super unique. So we're running E's instead of D's. So make sure you're paying attention. So this one, you are running E's everywhere. So that is a big difference on this one. And then you're going to run E's in the middle. And like I said, E's in the middle, E's on the side. And you should be out of them at this point in time. All right. Just like that. Boom. Like so. Last 2. So now you see it coming to take shape here, getting really square, which I really like. So we got a good figure with it. Typically, you're going to have 1 screw left over from each section, and right now we do have 1 from each section, which is super important. So we set those to the side. Next thing we're going to see is going to be our power station. So, power device, we're going to be dropping in here. Makes it super usable. Just like so. You're popping that on just like that. Now I do believe you can face it whatever direction you want. This one obviously has it kind of facing outward, so you want the ground facing outward. And then we are using screws H for it. So let's get over to screws H. Do these little guys. And we need 2 of those. Now, do keep in mind that you flip over to a Phillips. So I like to keep a handy, dandy, extra screwdriver laying around. So we go flathead or Phillips with it. And these, just we also don't over tighten either. Okay, now that we're there, next stage is going to be 8. So we have to pull doors 1 and 2 off, and we're going to fix some magnetic pieces because the doors are magnetic on it. So let me go ahead and get that. So we're looking for doors 1 and 2. So let's see what we can find. I believe these are smaller ones. So these are the front doors. Really nice. I like that little pattern on it. You see the front doors right there. And I do believe we have now, this should be 1. Yep. So we got number 1 right here. All right, so with number 1, we're going to be putting on F1 and F2, which is going to be your magnetic pieces. They're going to set, and just keep in mind the magnetic is going to be facing outward. So let's go ahead and put these on. We'll be back with you here in just a minute. All right, so we went ahead and got everything on. We're on 9, and now we are at 10. So you want to take, and we got a couple things to put on the doors. So if you notice, we are pretty close to being done here with regards to it. So you have 10. The back side is going to stay open of it, which kind of makes it unique. So let's go ahead and fix up 10 here, and then we will be able to put the doors on themselves. So if you will notice on your magnetic pieces, you do get two little metal pieces right here. That is going to be the piece on your door that is going to be magnetic. So there is a spot right up top that we're going to place those, and you're going to be using that with, let's see, H is, yeah, so F1, and then we're going to be using H screws up top for that. So let's go ahead and drop on a couple H's up top. There is a way, you'll notice where there's like a dimple, there is a specific way to put these on. So make sure you are screwing them that way. Just makes it a lot easier when you're putting them on. Perfect. That's number 1. And then side number 2. Just like that. It should be up there on top, so it makes it nice and simple. And then we're going to get our next piece, which is right here. Okay, 2 more H's to go along with it. And we are getting there, guys. We are getting really close to being completed with this. It does seem like there's a lot left, but that is it. So bear with me 1 second, pause up, and then we will get you into the next section. All right, so we got the doors. We put the metal pieces up top, and then using the next section, you have J screws, and then I are going to be your handles. So you're going to pop those on. Be super careful with them. That is very important there, so we don't make any breaks. Next thing, we have pieces K, which are going to be a part of our doors. So very important we do this from a K perspective. So what you want to do is drop them on to the units. Let's go ahead and do that. Get these cut open. Right here. Now with K, you're going to flip them up to the side. These are just going to pop in to the bottom of these. So it makes it super simple. The bottom and the top. Just like so. There are little push buttons in them. So you want to make sure we get it right. And then once you have this, you're able to push that down. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and get it all the way pushed in. And then they're a little spring loaded. So you pop one in, push the other one, and find our slot, should open up. Bam, we have a door. Just like that. Just like that. Very easy, very easy. Just like so. Next one, let's go ahead and get the next door. Okay. It'll kind of pop once it's all the way in. There we go. And there you have it. Okay. Now that we're there, it's pretty simple. You do have some brackets for your LED light. So the brackets do go up under here for the LED light, but I just kind of want to get you to the end. At the end of the day, this is one where you get to make a decision if you are using the LED strip or not. So here is the LED strip. Makes it super simple. It's coiled up for you, and they have it on the perfect length. So we are going to be using it. So let's go ahead and take this out. And from an LED perspective, this should be able to run the whole distance right here, right underneath. So it does show you how you want it, and you want it running left to right because you have your power cord right down there. They also give you brackets in here as well. So there are some brackets that you can utilize to keep it on. So you want to get to those brackets, and they'll be able to keep it secure. So right here in the unit itself. So we got these little plastic brackets, and then you'll be able to just pop these on up top, so it'll keep it on there super secure. Guys, this is the unit itself. Pretty awesome little process. I'm gonna go ahead and get it finished up, and yeah, this is it. So hopefully you liked it.